Ladies and gentlemen, in just 9 days, the biggest global event since Bretton Woods for the financial system will be happening. We're going to have a massive gathering of world leaders all from around the world to rival the current financial system and the world reserve currency, the US dollar. The US economy is weakening, central banks are panicking and slashing interest rates, unemployment is going up, layoffs are being announced, banks are in trouble and they know things are about to change. So everyone, what's really happening? What's going on in the economy? What's happening on October 22nd that we all should pay very close attention to? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to go over in today's video. So let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the news, the facts, and the data. Okay, well, first things first, we need to talk about the economy because people, unlike the central banks, unlike the Federal Reserve, is saying things are not good. Look at this. Continued plus long-term unemployment claims suggest we are in a recession right now. So I'll go ahead and bring this chart up here. Continued claims and plus 28 weeks unemployed is in the thousands of persons. We can see here that it is spiking and spiking quick. And when we're seeing trends like this, we can see these gray lines here. That has been when a recession has followed. But not only that, initial jobless claims climbed to the highest levels in more than a year. So the data exceeded economists' expectations after the September jobs report showed that employers continue to add jobs. The states impacted by Hurricane Helene and Boeing strike likely had higher claims, but so did some areas that were unaffected. Those same issues could continue to drive up first-time unemployment claims in coming weeks, but the data is not likely to change the Federal Reserve's action on interest rates. Well, that's because they know there's going to be a lot more unemployment coming, because look at this. Boeing to cut 17,000 jobs as losses deepen during factory strike. So Boeing plans to cut about 10% of its workforce. That is a huge cut. The manufacturer will also deny the launch of its new 777X wide body planes until 2026, citing development issues. And the factory strike is almost a month old, and tensions between the company and the machinists union are on the rise. So the US economy is not looking good, but also neither is China. So look at this. China puts investors' patience to the test as briefing underwhelms. So the MLS closely watched briefing on Saturday lacked firepower and overall sentiment for investors is negative. That's right. So you have the biggest economy in the world going into recession, and you have also China that's in huge stagnation right now. So the two biggest economies in the world are in big trouble. Now, you know what they say, whenever there's a crisis, there's always an opportunity. Well, there's going to be something big happen on the 22nd of October. What is that? Well, let's dive a bit deeper. Because look at this, everyone. 34 countries, including Palestine, Syria, and Myanmar, apply for BRICS membership. And that's because they've all seen the sanctions that's been put on Russia, on Iran, and they know the world is very unsafe. There's huge escalations happening in the Middle East. We just saw multiple strikes from Lebanon on northern Israel overnight. There was many soldiers, Israeli soldiers injured, and the conflict is only going to escalate, and countries are hedging their bets right now. So 34 countries have officially applied for BRICS membership, and the 10 new members and 10 partners will be announced in the upcoming BRICS summit in Kazan to be held between October 22nd and 24th. Now, there's also speculation that BRICS could announce their new currency at this meeting, but we'll have to wait and see. So Prime Minister Modi will attend the summit, turning it to be his second visit to Russia within a span of 3 months. Strife-torn nations like Palestine and Syria have also applied for membership. He's likely to have a bilateral meeting with leaders of other members. Presently, requests have been made by Turkey and Thailand. However, speculations are rife that PM Modi will have a bilateral meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the summit. So the source added that there was speculation that Colombia wanted it to be considered, but there has been no official communication from it. The 10 current members of the BRICS are Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, UAE, and Saudi Arabia. So the Iranian president is expected to be present, which will be his first visit to Russia since he assumed office. The Turkish president is attending the summit, and the US Secretary General will be attending the summit as well. So everyone, there are some huge global events happening right now. The US is likely in recession right now. We're seeing huge amounts of layoffs being announced, and China is not doing good. and other countries are meeting together to hedge their bets against the US dollar continuing to lose its purchasing power. So what you need to do right now is figure out how you can protect yourself against all fiat currencies, because all fiat currencies are doomed to fail. Every single fiat currency in history has gone to zero every time. So how can we do this? Well, we can invest in assets like gold and Bitcoin that no matter what fiat currency fails, these will always retain their value. Now, I don't know if we've experienced the intensity of events that 2024 has provided thus far, and I think this is a warm-up for the fireworks show ahead. In the upcoming US elections, Americans are realizing that they face a grave possibility of losing the reserve currency status. With it, the US cannot issue bonds and leverage national debt, and therefore, both Wall Street experts and central bankers warn that hedging against debasement is a must. Ray Dalio is talking about it, for example. On September 18th in New York, the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump, made history when he used cryptocurrency to purchase burgers. He was the first president to ever use Bitcoin. De-dollarization is accelerating, with BRICS taking this project head on. These mega trends that are global in nature and are happening as we speak are directly tied to DeFi technologies, whose share price is surging more than 300% in 2014 so far. And the sponsor of today's video, that's stock ticker symbol DEFTF. And the company just filed forms to be uplisted to the NASDAQ. So in the July Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Donald Trump talked about 210,000 Bitcoins that the government already owns, and that if elected, he'll create a national stockpile which will only grow. But it goes much deeper than that. His plan is to frame the industry's regulatory environment with his first 100 days in office. To be clear, at the onset of this video, I'm not here to pull any punches. DeFi Technologies is my only bullish call on the blockchain industry. One of the most successful cryptocurrency entrepreneurs, Jonan Waterstrom, who founded the first ever Bitcoin ETF, is deeply involved with DeFi Technologies. He founded Valor, which is licensed to issue ETPs, exchange traded products, in the Nordic markets, and just announced that they're expanding to the London Stock Exchange, which is basically the NASDAQ of Europe. Valor uses trading fees, staking and lending to generate between 8 and 10% on the assets under management. Its business is profitable and booming. Valor is a wholly owned subsidiary of DeFi Technologies. Not only is DeFi technology surging much more than the Bitcoin itself, proving the effectiveness of this business model, but one of the key reasons I'm sharing the story of the company with you is because when one owns shares of DeFi or DEFTF, he enjoys the fact that DeFi Technologies holds 204 Bitcoin, 21 ETH, 247,000 ADA, 64,000 DOT, and 5,000 Sol, and they hold many more altcoins. Eric Jackson, founder of EMJ Capital, who has explained both on NBC's Money Movers and on Fox Business why he considered DeFi Technologies a company with the inherent potential to dramatically appreciate. He explains his thesis like this. Blended, this is a 29x forward PE multiple, which should be applied to DeFi to value the company. When you do this, you get a current implied share price today of $20.87 a share. Right now, shares are only trading for $2. Now, one of the earliest visionaries of the crypto industry is Anthony Pompliano. Anthony Pompliano is a shareholder of DeFi Technologies as well. And in 2014, Bitcoin is up 43%, which is not too bad. But DeFi is up 308%. So not exactly apples to apples. Since September 2023, Bitcoin is up 141%, and that's great. But DeFi Technologies is up 2,600%. So I'm extremely bullish on the company. So far, the company generated $74 million in net income in 2024. That's an indisputable fact. As I write this, the average S&P 500 competent company is trading at an average PE ratio of 26. So if DeFi Technologies, which is growing much faster than the S&P 500, was trading at a PE ratio of 26, its market cap would be 2.5 billion. And at the time of this writing, the market cap is only 627 million, which means it's trading at a PE ratio of only 6.5, which for a growth company is insane value. So let's recap why I'm so bullish on the crypto industry. DeFi Technologies is a holding company that owns profitable subsidiaries. Reflexivity Research is a crypto research firm that Anthony Pompliano founded and is profitable. Valor is a crown jewel, a booming growing ETF provider with close to 30 products and new frontiers that it enters. DeFi Alpha, the arbitrage trading desk, which the company launched just 4 months ago, has already booked $97.5 million in revenue. So you need to sit down and think with yourself about what what DeFi technology is. It's not for nothing that the company is up over 300% in 2024 and still trading at a 6.5p ratio. This growth has been largely thanks to Vala's Nordic market, where it has launched close to 30 ETPs, and in its recent announcement that it has entered the London Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq of Europe. So I'm extremely excited about the bombshell news of the completion of the Stillman Capital acquisition, which is the company's flag planting in the US, where the growth opportunities are so much bigger than anywhere else that it's not even a contest. Not only has DeFi Tech entered London and the United States, but the company has also signed a landmark MOU with Narrabri Securities Exchange and Sovi to develop and launch Vala ETPs in Africa. In other words, in the past 90 days, DeFi Tech has expanded its business to 2 additional continents, filed for an uplisting to the Nasdaq, and purchased cryptocurrencies to strengthen its own treasury, announced a major buyback program, and made DeFi Alpha a hugely successful arbitrage trading desk. So start doing your due diligence on DeFi technologies today. But everyone, what do you think about this? What do you think about the US economy? What do you think BRICS will announce in the next couple of weeks? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching. You're awesome. I'll see you all in the next video.